Assalamu alaikum and good evening. You are watching HumSub.TV and I am Munib Hamid with the news. ECP launches campaign to register 12 million female voters. Election Commission of Pakistan on Monday launched a project aimed at bridging the gap of over 12 million between male and female registered voters in the country. According to the electoral rolls of September 2017, of the 97.2 million citizens registered as voters, 54.6 million are men, that accounts to 56.27%, and 42.42 million are women, which is 43.73%. The gap between male and female voters has gone up to 12.17 million from 10.97 million in March 2013. Speaking at the launch of the campaign to be run in collaboration with the National Database and Registration Authority (NADMA), Chief Election Commissioner retired Justice Sardar Muhammad Raza said there was a broad international consensus that elections were the cornerstone of every democracy. He, however, noted that merely carrying out elections could be considered a real democracy unless essential principles were followed. 3 CPEC projects hit snags as China mulls new financing rules. China has temporarily stopped funding of some projects, particularly those related to the road network under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor (CPEC), till further decision regarding new guidelines to be issued from Beijing. The decision could affect over Rs 1 trillion roads projects of the National Highway Authority. It was not clear how wide the impact of the delay will be, but initial reports confirm that at least 3 roads projects are going to experience a delay. The projects to be affected include the 210-kilometer Dera Ismail Khan and Zohd Road, an estimated cost of Rs 81 billion. Of this, Rs 66 billion will be spent on construction of road and Rs 15 billion on land acquisition. Also, the Rs 19.76 billion 110-kilometer Khuzdar-Basima Road has also been affected. The Rs 8.5 billion 136-kilometer remaining portion of Karakoram Highway from Raikot to Thakot is also impacted. Nawaz Mariam leave for London while court holds hearing into corruption references. An accountability court in Islamabad on Tuesday morning began conducting a hearing into 3 corruption references filed against former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and his close relatives by the National Accountability Bureau. Accountability Judge Muhammad Bashir is conducting the hearing, which is currently underway. Malik Tayyib, a prosecution witness associated with Standard Chartered Bank, is currently presenting his statement against the ousted Prime Minister, his daughter Mariam Nawaz, and son-in-law retired Captain Muhammad Safdar. The witness has provided details of checks issued to Mariam and others from the former Premier's bank account. Tayyib has told the court that on 13 June 2015, a check worth Rs 12 million was issued to Mariam. Another check worth 28.8 million was issued to her later that year, on 15 November. Nawaz will remain in London for 5 days. His wife, Kulsum Nawaz, has been undergoing medical treatment in the British capital for some time now. Trump delays Jerusalem verdict as pressure mounts. Facing dark warnings of a historic misstep and widespread unrest, U.S. President Donald Trump on Monday delayed a decision on whether to recognize Jerusalem as the Israeli capital and move the U.S. embassy there. The White House said Trump would miss a deadline to decide on shifting the embassy from Tel Aviv after a frantic 48 hours of public warning from airlines and private phone calls between world leaders. The mercurial president has yet to make his final decision, officials said, but is expected to stop short of moving the embassy to Jerusalem outright, a central campaign pledge which has been postponed once already by the new administration. Muslim world should sever ties with any state that transfers embassy to Jerusalem, OIC. Organization for Islamic Cooperation (OIC) on Monday said its 57 member states should sever ties with any state that transfers its embassy to Jerusalem or recognizes Israel's annexation of East Jerusalem. The OIC called for a summit of Muslim nations if the United States takes a controversial decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital. The ruling Palestinian Party has also called for mass protests against such a move by Washington. U.S. President Donald Trump faces a key decision this week over Jerusalem's status. potentially reversing years of the US policy and prompting a furious response from the Palestinians and the Arab world. Yemen leaders orders troops to advance on Sana'a as predecessors killed. Yemen's exiled president ordered troops to advance on Sana'a hours after his predecessor was killed by Houthi rebels, officials said, as heavy fighting continued in the capital. President Abid Darbabo Mansour Hadi called on Yemenis to unite against rebels who shot Ali Abdullah Saleh dead as he fled the city following the collapse of their alliance. Let's join hands to end the control of these criminal gangs and open a new chapter to rid our beloved Yemen of this nightmare, Hadi, leader of the internationally recognized government, said in a televised address late Monday from Saudi Arabia, where he lives in exile. U.S. Supreme Court rule in favor of Trump's travel ban imposition. United States Supreme Court said on Monday that the government could fully enforce a revised ban on travelers from 6 mainly Muslim countries pending appeal, backing President Donald Trump in the year-long battle over the controversial measure. The court stayed October rulings from 2 lower courts that had blocked implementation of the ban on visitors from Chad, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Syria, and Yemen, while legal challenges to be continued. The third version of Trump's travel ban, unveiled in September, drew immediate challenges in federal appeal courts in Richmond, Virginia, and San Francisco and California. Plaintiffs argued that the measure targets Muslims in violation of the U.S. Constitution and did not advance security goals, as the government claimed. Air crew saw North Korea missile re-enter atmosphere. An airplane crew flying over Japan saw North Korea's missile and it plunged back through atmosphere last week, their airline said on Monday, as South Korea and US kicked off their largest ever joint air exercise. Hong Kong carrier Cathay Pacific released a statement saying the crew of flight CX-893 spotted what is suspected to be re-entry of missile as they flew from San Francisco to the southern Chinese city. In a separate message to the staff, Cathay General Manager Mark Hoey said the crew described seeing the missile blown up and fall apart. Rupees 10 million stolen from 559 bank accounts in ATM fraud. A private bank has confirmed that hundreds of its bank accounts were hacked through ATM cards, as Federal Investigation Agency officials said on Monday. They were waiting for more details before launching a probe connecting this with a recent fraudulent activity in which several foreigners had been arrested for allegedly stealing data from banks with skimming devices at ATM facilities. The Habib Bank Limited confirmed that rupees 10 million had been stolen from 559 of its accounts. Medics protest holding India-Sri Lanka cricket series despite smog in Delhi. Unprecedented scenes of Sri Lankan cricketers wearing face masks have reignited debate about hosting major sports in heavily polluted New Delhi, where doctors are increasingly vocal about the health risks posed by smog. Medics on Monday urged cricketers' governing body to revise its ruling book after a test match between India and Sri Lanka went ahead in the capital despite players vomiting and wheezing for air. International cricketers returned on Monday for day 3 of the third test, even as air pollution at Firoz Shah Kotla Stadium soared to hit 18 times the World Health Organization's safe level. Weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country. However, light rain thunderstorm, light snowfall over the hills is expected at isolated places in Malakand, Mirpur Khas divisions and Gilgit-Baltistan. And that is the end of the news. For more news and updates, keep watching HumSub.TV. Take care. Please subscribe to HumSub.TV and hit the notification icon on the screen to get the latest updates of our channel. Thank you for watching HumSub.TV.